Hey guys, my name is Logan _Frost, and I hope I upload this video before I upload the tons of videos I just made these last couple days. Holy crap, have I been trying to make videos of Destiny, just so you guys had some Destiny gameplay after the betas ended, which I feel like is everyone's game plan. I feel like you're going to be getting Destiny a fair bit after the beta's done. But sadly, since this video is probably going to be getting to you first, I did miss the day where we got access to the special new social hub. I think it's kind of shitty of Bungie to be like, hey, guess what? We're putting it live on this specific time frame, which in other countries can be like 5 a.m. like super late. So I think that's shitty. I didn't get to see it, so I'm annoyed. But bet it was cool. Just gotta wait a little bit longer to do it, and I imagine they'll probably do something similar to the PC beta, which hopefully at that point they're just like, go nuts, like everyone can see it, not make this weird like exclusivity to it. But this video is going to be us basically going over the beta, and probably I need something to call it, so we'll go into competitive, which in the videos you're gonna see I say constantly. I'm like, hey guys, we'll do one game of competitive. I never do it. I just can completely forget. Shit. But anyways, I wanted to quickly talk to you guys about things that you're going to be seeing in the videos to come, for sure. I go on in every video about the imbalance that hunters have comparatively to the other classes. So if you strongly disagree, I strongly disagree as well with you. So that's where we're at. Because again, I think it is just weird, and I tried to understand why. Like, again, well, first of all, what I'm annoyed with is the class abilities and to some extent these supers. And I feel like people are saying annoying things. I heard the argument the other day of a person saying, well guys, this is the beta, we don't know what the full game is gonna be, and all these things. No, that's the stupidest thing you could ever say to me. A beta is the place where you address problems that you see so that they can fix it towards the end of the launch. You don't want to say, oh, well, guys, we should just calm down until we have the full game, because then the problem will probably still be there if you don't talk about the problem. The whole point of a beta is to test things and for Bungie to gauge what the community likes and doesn't like. And for them to quickly patch any sort of glitches. But honestly, at this point, that's not the case in the slightest. I haven't had one glitch besides maybe a server issue with Destiny. So I very much do think it's Bungie's way of saying, here's a demo, maybe buy the game when it comes out fully. Anyways, but to get on the things that I'm annoyed with, again, I think people are trying to like subside just because it's like, well, we don't know it's gonna be in the full game. Exactly, so why do we make sure that this is not in the full game? The one thing that is kind of lesser but still annoying is the idea that comparatively, we're gonna be comparing things to other classes, and that's the root of my annoyance is that. So we have the golden gun, and now it has 6 shots, but it says it shortens the duration. This is the biggest understatement I've ever seen. It basically, I've only ever gotten 2 golden gun shots off, and I've been pretty close to people. It's not like I've had to travel like I pop it right after I turn the corner, I get whoever's in front of me, and then I have to go walk a mile, and by the time I get there, it's gone. But yet, this Striker Titan, it has a fucking ridiculous super. When I play my Striker Titan, I at least get like 4 kills every single super because it lasts so long. Also, you have a shit ton of mobility, which goes against everything that class is and makes the Hunter redundant. And the Warlock, he summons forth a flaming sword that he can basically map skip the entire map. And get to any place where he needs to be extremely quickly, so the thing can be used for like mobility purposes, but also it's a one-shot kill with the damn sword. And it's like, what? And I'm all for powering up when you're when you're using your super, for sure. But to me, it's just like, who was the guy who thought that made sense in playtesting? That was like, did someone honestly get off all 6 shots? Was the enemy team just completely stupid and all converged on one point? Like, what? What? I'm like, I genuinely think this is the only thing people are gonna play as a PvP builds, like legitimately. The explosive blade is nice, very cool, but I don't think it's gonna be something that people like have to have. Like, again, in order to use this, you're gonna be able to get off those 3 shots, because again, I haven't even gotten off 3. And you know, the other stuff I didn't really notice, like Hunter's grenades. Hunter has never been known for his overpowered grenades. Nor has Hunter been known for anything, maybe his jump. His jump is really convenient and nice and feels good. That's the only thing that Hunter really has going. And then his skill ability. This is something that I didn't really notice in the E3 footage, but when you're playing the game, it's so like obvious that it's such shit compared to the other abilities. The Titan can put up a wall in front of him that literally blocks off a lane, and every time you go through it, if it's an enemy shield, you get slowed and take damage. That's insane. Not only does he put a shield that blocks damage, but it punishes you for pushing on him because he is that Titan, he is that wall. Makes sense. The Warlock has the ability to summon forth a zone of healing or damage, which is insane, and it's a big ass area of effect, and the only thing that's its negatives is casting time. Also, the Titan can do a shorter barricade, which instantly reloads his weapon. He can do this endless times. We can do this once every 20 seconds? Something, not even 20 seconds. This is a long ass time for the cooldowns of your class abilities. I think they're the same across the board, which makes no sense. It makes sense if the Hunter's gimmick was the fact that he was trickster-esque and he got around things and etc. Then yes, this would come back every like 4 or 5 seconds, whatever. And the thing that drives me fucking bonkers as well is that the Warlocks have this exact skill ability within this bullshit, within this thing right here. They can essentially do an in-air dodge like the Twilight Garrison, and that's way better than the stupid slightly rotating to the left. Because you need to be in air and you can travel a lot more distances, making enemies have to track you harder. So if you do want to get around an enemy, it's far better to do it that way. Again, in the Hunters, like they have this cool specific here that I didn't notice. I thought it said, whenever you dodge, you get your melee back. And I was like, okay, I can kind of see how that specific thing can be coming in handy with this. So you can throw a knife, roll, throw a knife, and maybe you'll get a quick kill, yeah? Which I don't want to hear shit from because the Titans have one of the strongest grenades that just keeps pulsating death of huge damage proportions every couple seconds. I'm not talking about the trip mine, I'm talking about just the base electric AoE grenade. It's bonkers. Also, they get 2 fucking grenades. Anyways, sorry. No, we also have to be near an enemy in order for that to happen, so that kind of cancels out that. So you can't use it for that. To me, the one thing that they could do with this class ability that would, to me, make sense, is the Hunter is not supposed to be the DPS class. As much as I would love him to be that, they almost seem like every class can be damage, every class can be support to a certain extent. That's what they're projecting, at least to me. But they do have class abilities that kind of set them in their way. To me, the Hunter should always be the class that is utility. And that's what it was very much in Destiny 1. You get precision kills, you get massive stability and reload speed. So it's kind of like if you were able to do something, you got rewarded for that. And what you had to do was fairly difficult. But again, our class ability is moving slightly to the left and getting our melee ability back if we're close to an enemy. Anyways, what would make me unbelievably happy, and I think it would be founded, is the Hunter is always supposed to be utility based. So why not give him a couple seconds of invincibility in that frame? That makes sense to me. I'm not saying give him like fucking 5 seconds of invincibility. No, it's just as long as the animation lasts, give him invincibility. The reason why I say that is because, one, the Hunter is supposed to be the slippery class. He's the fast class, right, Cade? Anyways, also, this would give him unbelievable utility. If a Titan comes and smashes at him, he can perfectly time his dodge, and that will save him enough to get the hell out of dodge. That makes sense. Also, why the hell do we have to be, like, if this is our only ability, why can't we do it in air as well? It's so irritating to see the Warlocks have this ability, and it's better than our skill thing. Shit. It's like, why? And the reloading of the weapon is these, like, maybe you guys are like, oh, but dude, this is good, right? You reload your weapon instantly. Again, the Titan can do this endless times, but we gotta do it every 15 seconds. Anyways, my point is that is the shittiest passive bonus ever. You know how hard it is to reload your fucking weapon? Not at all. It takes like 3 seconds to reload most weapons in Destiny. You can survive for 3 seconds. I'm sorry. You don't need this 3-second animation that makes it like that. Jesus Christ. And again, the Hunter, of all accounts, when it comes to the grenades, has the shittiest grenades. When it comes to his passive bonuses, this is kind of cool. This is good for PvE. This makes it easier to get kills, but not really, honestly. It's not that hard to aim a little bit more accurately. Again, this is the exact opposite of what the Hunter should be to me. He shouldn't have this where it increases the hitbox of enemies when you shoot with them with the golden gun. That's exactly the opposite of what a Hunter is. He's supposed to be the utility class, the one that you do something challenging and you get rewarded for that. And this is just shit. So basically all of his passive skills is pretty damn useless. And his golden gun, again, it's broken by this one fucking thing right here. And his jump Cool. Warlock's got a blink. We get that. Great. And our class ability is a fucking joke. It's like, it's so shit. It's so unbelievably shit. Now you guys might be like, well, what about the Striker? The Striker, I will say, is actually probably the better class. I've actually gone off and gotten like 4, same thing as the Titan. I would still say the Titans is better than the Hunters, because the Titan he's faster than us, despite that's our gimmick as Hunters. He has an AoE nuke blast, which for sure kills everyone in an instant. It happens plenty of times, but I'll be fighting with a Titan as a Strider, and we're both powered up and using our supers, and I smack the shit out of him, and he just smashes once, and that's enough to kill me. But yet I do damage at close range, and that's the gimmick. But the Titan gets like twice the AoE. He gets a movement speed buff and like 3 more things more than us. Like it's like, why does Bungie love the Titans so much? They're already so fucking strong. Shit. Anyways, I honestly think the Striker Titan is better than the Arc Strider wholeheartedly. Again, his ability to travel like immense speeds is bonkers. If he just keeps meleeing, he's able to like dash across the map. He also has just a general movement buff. And he has a complete nuke smash, which outdamages my bow staff, despite that's like his only gimmick is that the Hunter legitimately has to get point blank, whereas the Titan doesn't need to. He has an AoE that he affects. I don't know why he does more damage than us or whatever. Anyways, as of the grenades, nothing special again. We have nothing that's going for us when it comes to grenades. This is where the Warlocks kind of make up for their shortcomings, is that they're strong-ass grenades. Fun fact, Titans also have bonkerly strong grenades. They have one that I use like crazy, and it's amazing. It's basically like Aerial of Denial, similar to that one, or the Scatter Grenade, except it pulsates and does like twice the damage as ours. Fuck. So it's annoying. Anyways, this one's kind of cool. This one is we got access to the PvE skill tree, which I think is very good. Like, this one actually makes sense. Melee kills recharge your dodge ability. This is great. This is just a kill. This can be a mob that you one-shot. But then there's this. Dodging increases your melee range and allows you to lunge further. Where is it? Is it this? Killing an enemy with a melee ability triggers health regen and increases your melee damage temporarily. So you can basically do a loop here. You melee someone until they die. That gives you your recharge on your dodge back. You dodge. That gives you a melee range, which is great. And because you killed an enemy, that triggers health regeneration, but also increases your melee damage. So then you're stuck in the sea of one-shotting people with a punch if you're able to punch, dodge, punch, dodge, punch, dodge. And it creates this really cool thing. I really enjoy that part. And then there's this one. This one's also very cool. If you dodge when using your arc staff, you lunge yourself forward like 20 feet. Not 20 feet, but you get what I mean. It's a lot of distance. Anyways. This all works in conjunction. Again, this is not as broken as the Gunslinger's one, or as nerfed, I guess you'd say. But as of its movement ability, still same thing. As of its grenades, nothing better. Flux Grenade doesn't one-shot anybody or whatever, thank God. But yeah. Axiom Bolt, okay. Kind of okay. Yeah. And let's go over to the Titan, because I just really want to show you guys this. Okay, so this was the grenade I was talking about, the Pulse Grenade. This grenade periodically damages enemies inside its explosive radius. I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that this does more damage than half of the explosives in the game. Way more damage. Also, it's not as obvious as like a solar flare grenade, which is like clearly a dome of death. It shuts off, turns back on, shuts off, turns back on. And it's kind of like white lightning, so it's hard to kind of see. Anyways, at least on the maps that we are currently playing with. But its other grenades, Flashbang Grenade, this is insane. I got this, you're literally stuck. You get flashbanged and you're like, you literally cannot see for like 3 seconds, which is enough for anyone with decent aim to get 3 headshots on you and kill you. Also, it shuts down supers, which is honestly awesome. I'd be fine with them having it. What I'm not fine with is them having on a passive level 2 grenades. And there's no like negation on them recharging. And the grenade also gets an increase on its general effect. So if it disorients an enemy, it's gonna disorient them longer. And if it pulses, it's gonna pulse longer. And if it sticks to a wall and starts bolting out lightning, it's gonna do that longer. Sick. Sick, dude. Fist of Havoc, sorry, is a roaming super now, which is fine. I think the AoE should be tightened up a lot more or something. Again, why are the Titans good at everything? Like, I thought their biggest negative was speed. No, you can easily get by the speed thing with Strafe. You just jump and move, and you move just as fast as everybody else. And again, this is what I meant by you instantly reload your clip when you take cover. It's all it is you dropping and then popping back up and you have a full clip. So great. Also, you have a protective barrier in front of you. You can make a large barrier, which is great, just to cut off one route. Again, amazing. And then the Sentinel, same thing. A strong ass super. Like again, you can move all over the map. You can defend yourself against damage. I think that's perfectly valid and fine. You're a tank. You're supposed to be tanky, and that's honestly the root of my shit, my annoyance, is the idea that the Titans are so unbelievably good at everything. And the Warlocks, they're also kind of imbalanced, but at least they are imbalanced in what they are, right? Like Warlocks to me, they're slow as shit. Awesome. Hunters have one thing going for them. Their grenades are also really strong. Their supers are basically the character that you're playing. They're made by their supers. They're extremely strong, and that's fine. But again, they're slow, and I see that when playing. I've played a Warlock, and I feel that to no end, is that I'm just walking at a snail's pace. Every time I try to use my jump to get speed boost, it sucks. It's like I'm really slow as a Warlock, which makes sense. You're basically damage-based at a cost of speed. Titans, you think this would be the realm they also land in? Do not think so at all. Do not think they land in that at all. And yeah, that is my problems with the Hunter and insert other class, is because they don't really have a place. Like again, they play the tank, Warlocks play the supports, and Hunters, you think the only thing left is for them to play like the burst damage to like help out with bosses, which with Golden Gun maybe they do with the precision shots, but as of their super, not really, and as of their class ability, not really. Again, it's not even utility based, it's just shit. It's like, it's not even, again, if it had that frame of invincibility, when you use it, you could basically last a fusion rifle hit or a smash from a Titan or whatever. Fuck yeah, that's utility based, and I would love that. I love when Hunters have that because it makes sense, especially with their character and their backstory as being like these bounty hunter type people that roam the outside of the city. It makes sense that they'd have those kind of like nuances and knowledge about combat that the Titan wouldn't dream of and the Warlock wouldn't scribe of. I don't fucking know, man. I'm just trying to make sense of anything. Oh yeah, also the Titans have another super within their new super. Cool. Cool. I don't think the Hunters have any of that. Anyways, do you guys agree with me? Do you guys wholeheartedly disagree? I have no idea. I have not gauged the comments yet because I haven't, I've been trying to make videos, so of course, if you guys haven't saying anything, forgive me, I've not seen it yet. But yeah, maybe you guys are, again, play Hunters, and you're like, they're fine, they're 100% fine. I completely notice the difference. As soon as I switch over to the Titan specifically, the Warlock is, again, different because he's slower, and that honestly impacts the game whether you want to admit it or not. I find it does a lot. His ability to support the team and put like a regeneration station is awesome, but also really strong, especially when playing the game modes that we've been playing, which is capture. Again, really strong. As if you guys may be like, well, maybe Hunter's best for PvE. No, Titans are, again, their roaming super with Fists of Havoc is insane. You can infinitely destroy like the world. It's bonkers. And yeah, I just don't know what they're bad at. Like if someone could honestly tell me, what's the negative to playing a striker? They're bigger, so their hitbox is bigger. No, are you crazy? Are you crazy? I don't think that's a fair argument. Anyways, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, as always. That was just a quick rant on the state of Destiny, because again, the beta to me is supposed to be where you talk about issues. And I see a lot of streamers basically saying, wait until the game's out. I disagree with that, because again, that's the whole point of a beta, is for you to talk about issues that you see. To say, wait until the game's out is how you get the problem that you've seen still in the game. I'm not saying that they're gonna change the game based on what the fuck I say, hell no, or what half the community says, probably not, but still try to talk about it, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, as always. My name is Logan and/or Frost. That brings us to the ends of the video. That was me a lot. Yeah, you will see this, by the way, again. I'm sorry, but this is after I've digested everything. In the midst of making videos, I also went on about this, so you guys will also see that. You're gonna see this twice. Anyways, guys, subscribe button above me, 2 videos to my right. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Please let me know. Thank you so much, and bye, guys.